All right, y'all know I love my hearts. This is my succulent heart. Love it. Isn't that beautiful? I have two of them. I got them on sale after Valentine's Day. Two succulent hearts. Isn't that beautiful? All right. Anyway, I wanted to go live. The gentleman who is cutting grass, I think he's done. But I wanted to follow up again about being private about your relationships, right? Um, it's important that you keep your relationships off the internet, just like you should keep your children off the internet, right? You don't want to post pictures of your children on the internet, um, blur their face out. But you also don't want to put your relationship on the internet, whether you're dating or if you are married. Don't put your relationship on the internet. It doesn't end well for individuals. And I could say this, right? Because I lived on the earth in a time before people put their whole life on the internet. And it was hard for relationships before the internet existed. I watched my great grandmother's marriage. I watched my grandmother's marriage in Louisiana. And it was hard for relationships before the internet. So I think that if you get married in 2026 and beyond, you don't have to post that. You don't need to share that. And like I said, you definitely don't want to envy other people's relationships who are being posted because most wise people are not going to subjugate their relationship to public scrutiny on that level. They're not going to do it. It never ends well. It never ends well. Um, it never ends well. So be wise about your relationship status in 2026. Be wise. Let me see if I can lift my laptop up. Be wise about your relationship status in 2026. Don't post your relationship. Don't post your marriage. Keep some things private. And I'm going live just kind of to test my live capacity as well. Um, but remember, this is theejcousin.online, theejcousin.online, theejcousin.online. Like, subscribe, and share my YouTube channel. And just remember, in 2026, it's okay to keep your life private. You can bring forth content on YouTube and all these other social media platforms, but you don't have to share your marriage. You don't have to share your children. You don't need to do any of that. I know that there is a prophetic leader. I went to her conference in Miami, and allegedly she's married and she doesn't share who she's married to. And I agree with that because it would bring a whole bunch of warfare to her marriage. And why? Right? For what? Whether she's married or single is really nobody else's business. But why bring all of that warfare to your relationship? What will be the point? There is no point. You can minister to people without showing who your spouse is. You don't need to do any of that. So, anyway, I just wanted to try out this live feature. We're having some beautiful weather north of Houston, Texas right now. It is like literally beautiful out here. I would flip the camera around, but I don't want to expose where I live, right? But it's beautiful out here, a beautiful breeze. Um, and like I said, the cool thing about the Houston metro, it's the size of New York City or bigger. And we have so many members of the body of Christ here. There's so many moves of the Lord here on a regular basis. That's the cool thing that I've been experiencing about this city. I've been here almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years in October. So I'm right at 2.5 years. Like every weekend, there's somebody from the body of Christ who comes here and has a conference or has a fire night, a worship night, something. And that has just been a beautiful, 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 beautiful experience to be a part of, where so many people who I loved in the body of Christ, I loved their work, their ministries. They come here to visit the Houston Metro, so I don't have to get on a plane and fly to see them. And I still do fly and see people or go to conferences, but a lot of them come here, which is awesome. I love that. Um, so, anyway, if you're in the Houston Metro, you're benefiting from my videos. If you're stopping by, drop a comment. Let me know you're out here in the Houston Metro. Um, I don't plan to move. I do plan to make Miami my retreat spot. I love Miami so much. Like that was like the revelation that I had during prayer when I was out in Miami that would be my retreat spot. I went to the beach in Fort Lauderdale, loved it. I just went to Publix. I had a coupon for a free bouquet of flowers, And like I said, had some amazing conversations while I was in the store with some African Caribbeans. And I love it. Afro Caribbeans, hopefully I'm using the word correctly, but basically African individuals who are from the Caribbean, just like we have African Americans, people of African lineage who are from the United States. So, anyway, keep your relationships private. Don't put your children online, and definitely don't envy any of that stuff, because you will see that most of the people who put their relationship status out there, it's not legit anyway. It's not something that you want to envy. It's not something that you want to model. Somebody who's wise, and actually, I'll say this because I mentioned Tony Gaskin in the last video. That gentleman mentors people on relationships and marriage on a regular basis, and he never brings his wife on his channel, and that's how it should be. You can have a healthy relationship and never put that online. You don't need to post pictures, videos. You don't need to do any of that stuff. None of it. So, okay, I did this live for a few minutes. I can't even tell how many minutes I've been live. 6 minutes. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I was just testing out the live stream capacity anyway. Like I said, I haven't done videos in a few days since I came back from Miami, and I'm ready to get back in. Want to pour out. I'm working on an important project in my personal life. Actually, the two important projects that I'm working on, I need to unbig my back. Number one, I want to thank Yanti Tia Kemp for making the phrase big back popular. It is my goal to unbig my back pretty quickly, because, again, it is also my goal to see a prophecy come to pass in my life regarding in my personal life, a good prophecy. So, yeah, I'm going to post on a separate channel, a lifestyle channel, when it comes to food and my exercise journey. I used to be in the military, so I know how to do body transformation in a short period of time safely. Um, and then my other goal that I'm working on is more academic in nature, not collegiate, but something that requires an academic element. And I've been working on it for a while, and it is my goal to finish that in the next 30 days. So, anyway, like I said, if you're in the Houston metro, drop me a comment. Let me know you're out here. If this message was beneficial to you, drop me a comment and let me know. Like, subscribe, share. It's okay to keep your marriage sacred, private. Keep your children off the internet. Blur their faces if you do post. It's okay to keep these things private. You don't have to put all that stuff out there. And if you want to minister to people about relationships and things, you don't have to put you and your spouse out there like that. You don't even have to do it. You can bring forth the knowledge and still keep that part of your life private. So, anyway, when I tell you right now, in my neighborhood, people are living their best life. So many people are walking right now. People are going around the neighborhood with their e-bikes. I was out here earlier going to check my mail with my e-bike. It's beautiful right now. So, all right, have a good evening no matter where you are. And again, theejcousin.online, theejcousin.online, theejcousin.online. Have a blessed evening. Like, subscribe, and share. Be blessed.